Friends, tonight we are gonna make some wet burritos. Hubby has been asking for these, so tonight we are making them. So come along while we get this started. All right, friends, first thing is we're gonna go ahead and cook our chicken. This is actually chicken that I raised here on our homestead. I've got my Instapot. We're gonna go ahead and add this chicken into the Instapot. And I've got some enchilada sauce. This is going to be for those delicious wet burritos, so I am not going to use all of the enchilada sauce. Just enough to flavor my chicken and leave me about that much that I can put on top of our burritos. Now using some tongs, I'm just going to go ahead and mix this all around, make sure that all the chicken is coated with that enchilada sauce, which it is. And the amazing thing about an Instapot is I can have this chicken cooked in just about 45 minutes. So I put it on the pressure cook and I'm going to take it down to 45 minutes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and press start. Let this come up to pressure and it should be done in about an hour or less. All right, friends, now that we are done getting our chicken ready, we're going to go ahead and get some rice. I absolutely love Mexican rice and I have perfected my recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and give that to you today. So in my cast iron skillet, I've got some lard that has already warmed up. I've got 1 cup of rice, but first I've got a half of an onion that I diced up. I'm going to go ahead and add that. And if you don't have an onion, you can always use onion powder. Use whatever you got. I'm just going to let this brown up a little bit. Get a little translucent, and then we will go ahead and add our rice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add our 1 cup of rice, and this is not washed. And I'm gonna let this rice brown up. Once I see that it has browned up nicely, I will add my garlic and let that cook for about a minute. All right, our rice has changed colors. It's gotten a little bit brown, so we're gonna go ahead and add in our garlic. Always put your garlic in last. If it burns, it gives it a bitter taste. So, and I'm gonna let this cook for about a minute. Now I've got homemade chicken broth that I made. I'm gonna do 2 cups, and then I've got some homemade tomato sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and add about a half a cup of tomato sauce and my 2 cups of chicken broth. Now for seasonings, I have this chicken and tomato bouillon, and I'm gonna add a nice big scoop of that in there. Maybe half more. This has your salt, so I do not add any more salt, because this is salty enough, as well as my chicken stock has salt in it. Add some pepper and give it a stir. Now I go ahead and cover this with a lid, and I take this all the way down to super low. There's hardly any fire right there. And I'm gonna let this go until all that water and juice has absorbed into the rice. All right, friends, my rice is almost done. It has almost completely absorbed all of that liquid. I like to just move it around and I check the edges to see if I see anything, which I really don't. I'm gonna give it another minute and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut off this heat, leave the lid on and let it rest. I let it sit like that for about 10-15 minutes. Now over here, I've got a flat iron, cast iron skillet. I'm gonna make some homemade tortillas. I will leave a link right here of how I make my homemade flour tortillas. These I started a couple hours ago, and they are all nice and ready to be rolled out. friends, my chicken is done. It's been resting for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and release. All right, now all the pressure is now out. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Make sure you don't stay away from that steam, it's hot. And using my tongs, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the chicken. All right, I will reuse that juice, but we need to go ahead and shred this. Just use a fork and go ahead and shred up your chicken. I love the Instapot. You're able to get it cooked so fast. And you can also put frozen chicken or chicken breast in there, and it will also cook in just the same amount of time. Now this chicken, if I don't use it all for burritos, I can use it tomorrow and make some delicious tacos or whatever else, enchiladas with the rest of this chicken. My rice is also done. Look at that, perfect. And all of my flour tortillas are also done. Now we're gonna go ahead and build our burritos. I'm gonna fry them a little bit on both sides, and then we are gonna put them on a plate and add our enchilada sauce on top to make it a wet burrito. And get my skillet preheated. I've already got some lard in there. Let's build our burrito. Add a layer of rice. Chicken. Now, fold it both sides. Grab it. And tuck it over. Fold it in. And then roll it up. And I've got a perfect burrito. All right, 2 burritos. All right, now carefully, I'm gonna put the seam side down. And go ahead and add your burritos. And I'm gonna let them sit there for about a minute, and then we will turn them to the other side. There we go. Now and there we go. We've got our wet burritos. Look at how amazing that looks. All right, friends, so I hope you enjoyed this recipe of making these delicious wet burritos. Super easy, and you can change out the meat. You don't have to use homemade tortillas. You can buy the store-bought tortillas, whatever works for you. But these are super easy and really good, and your family's gonna love them. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe, friends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. As always, I hope all is well, and have a blessed day. Let's give this a try. That's so good. So good. Definitely gotta try it.